people? What is up, my people? This is What If Deku had psychic abilities. So I'm gonna begin at the start of the story. Deku was born. When Deku was born, he showed immense power. The whole world shook. It was an earthquake felt everywhere. 2 hurricanes hit Japan at the same time. It was a devastation. Until the doctors realized who was causing it. Doctor says, look, the baby is floating and its eyes are glowing. Maybe it's one of those strong quirks, baby. Maybe we'll have to find some way to cancel out this quirk. So immediately they called in some pro heroes. A pro hero was there who could make gadgets to cancel quirk. Has that pro hero made a mask and put it over Deku. And the pro hero told Ingo, never, let me try and get a voice real quick. Never let this child take off this mask in public, else people will be endangered. Miss, thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for keeping the people safe. As Ingo says, oh, that's fine. I just hope my baby boy don't hurt anyone, as I'm going to go with a 4-year time skip. When Deku went to the quirk doctor, he has a look at the record. Let me try and show you how Deku would be looking right now. Now this would be his currently 4-year-old look, just a lot short. The quirk doctor quickly told Inko, ma'am, your son has one of the most powerful quirk I've ever seen. I wouldn't suggest anyone knowing about his quirk because you know that the villains are going around and stealing quirks from people. As Inko said to the doctor, yes, I know, that's why I'm trying to keep it top secret. That's why I came to a private doctor. The doctor says, okay, let me tell you his abilities. He's basically a psychic. He has all kind of powers. He can control fire, ice, the earth, the air around him, even space. I would go as far as to say he can control time, but I don't want to overestimate his power. But he is quite powerful, and I see that he has some different varieties of masks to keep his power under control. I would suggest for you to try and train this boy so he could become a pro hero, because if he goes down the wrong path, God helps us all. Okay, I'm aware, doctor. I'll take him home and try some basic training. When Inko took Deku home, they arrived as Inko told Deku, we will have to change your quirk, son. You can become a hero as strong as, oh my, would you like that? As Deku jokingly says, yes, mother, I would like that a lot. I want to be the #1 hero, even stronger than All Might. She says, that's a good thing, my son. That's a good thing. Stay on the right path. But I have something to tell you. Might be a little young, but remember this before I go. I have a deadly disease, and I will be passing away soon. Deku, not knowing what this means, just take it so normal. His training was to lift spoons and use his powers to wash the dishes and do chores. Sadly, on Deku's 7th birthday, Inko passed away because of heart problems. That permanently scarred Deku because his father was killed in the line of battle. At this point, no one remembered him but Bakugo and Bakugo mom. But he was sent to an orphanage where they didn't really treat him right. They knew that he had to keep his mask on or he could be a deadly adversary. But one day, a child hit Deku, taking off his mask. Deku, not knowing what he was doing, just looked at the child and blinked. In an instant, all the child's bones broke, and the lady that was looking after the orphans called the pro heroes. The pro heroes arrived on the scene. Aizawa shutting off Deku's quirk. Deku says, "I didn't do it on purpose, please, forgive me." Aizawa just looked at Deku and says, "Kid, I know you didn't do it on purpose. You look like a kind kid. You're just misguided. What is someone with your power doing here?" As Deku began to explain to Aizawa that his mother died at the age of 7, and he was born with the most powerful quirk, or one of the most powerful quirks in the world. But it's top secret and no one knew about it except for his mother and the pro hero that was killed in the line of battle. And his father was the top 10 hero, Isashi, the fire breather. As Aizawa says, "Kid, I was good friends with your father once. In fact, he died in battle with me, and he let me swear an oath that I would take care of his child. I didn't think the day would come, but it looks like it finally arrived. Kid, I will be adopting you from this day on, and you'll be staying at the UA dorms with me." As Deku say, Fine, sir, thank you for adopting me. I know that I can be a bit of hassle sometime, but see with me. I'm just trying to control my quirk." As he says, "Don't ever take off that mask again. You're dangerous." When Aizawa arrived at the UA dorms, wait a minute. Nezu saw Aizawa and says, "Aizawa." Don't let me try and do a voice. "Aizawa, what are you doing with that child?" As Aizawa said to Nezu calmly, "I adopted this child." "But why, Aizawa? I thought you hated children." "Well, he's a special case. He has a powerful quirk, and he is the son of the top 10 hero, Sashi, otherwise known as the living salamander. His father was an old friend to me, so I owe him this much." As Nezuko said, "So, where will you be enrolling him before he comes to UA?" As Aizawa looked back at Nezu and says, "Nezu, who told you that I was gonna send him to UA?" Nezu says, "That would be the most smartest thing to do, because you could cancel his quirk at any time it got out of hand. So if you're not planning on doing that, I would take that child away from you and hand it over to the proper authorities." As Aizawa says, "Fine. I'll send him to his former school, and when it's time, he will enroll in UA." So he went back. Bakugo, not really knowing Deku, doesn't say anything, thinking he's just a weird new kid who has to wear a mask. Bakugo immediately walks up to Deku and says, "You, I don't know who you are, but just know one thing, I'm the boss around here. No one else, not even the teachers. Anything I say goes." Deku said, "Fine. May I ask your name?" "I am Bakugo Katsuki. You can just call me Katsuki, you got that?" "Okay, Okay, Katsuki. I'm sorry, sir. Don't call me sir. What's your name? I am Izuku. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna call you Deku. So, Deku, stay out of my way or you get hurt. On the last day of school, Bakugo confronts Deku, exploding his book. Deku is really calm-headed, not knowing that he's not supposed to use his quirk or anything in public. But Bakugo, he's rude, strong, and doesn't know what to do with his powers. As Deku says, one day you're gonna regret that you bullied me. You know that, Bakugo? Bakugo says, who's gonna make me regret it, huh? Is it you, punk? Deku says, fine, it's not me. Deku didn't say he wanted to go to UA because it doesn't really matter. If he wants to go, he has to go. So when he was walking home, the sludge villain popped out to Jane and says, I am here. Startling Deku. Deku's mask goes down a little bit and Deku blinks. And instantly the sludge villain explodes into a billion bits. And the sludge villain began to burn. Deku says, crap, I can't get in a lot of trouble for this. I can't let anyone know that I was here. He put on his mask and ran away. But the sludge villain regenerates. All Might ended up catching the sludge villain and jumping off. I'm gonna say the sludge villain still ended up dropping out just for plot because it wanted Deku to show off his powers. When the sludge villain jumped out of All Might's pocket, he was out of time. As All Might sits in the crowd hopelessly, he says, crap, only if I had more time. No, wait. Crap, only if I had more time. I could have saved this kid. As Bakugo is stifling Deku hears the explosion as he runs over, seeing Bakugo. His mind just telling him to run. He pulls down his mask a little bit, showing the tip of his nose. As he sprints after the sludge villain says, it's you again, kid, stay far away from me. As Deku tried and threw a punch, the first time in his life he's showing violence. When he threw the punch, everything happened like when All Might threw it. All the fire is out, and the sludge villain blown away, and rain began to fall. As everyone says, this kid is powerful. Who is he? As Aizawa pull up on the scene. What did I tell you about using your quirks in public? Let's go, Izuku. As everyone saw, he erased her head, wondering. The paparazzi run up on her, erased her head. Is this your son? Erased her head. Who is he? He didn't answer anything. Deku went into the car, driving off to UA. And this is where I'm gonna end my video because it's kind of a long shot. I haven't done this in a while, so don't grudge me.